Honourable delegates, we shall now proceed to the second order of the day, and that is a policy debate on Budget Vote 37, Sports, Arts and Culture, Appropriation Bill B16 of 2025. It's now my pleasure to call upon the Honourable Mackenzie, Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, to open this debate for 20 minutes. Honourable Minister, you're always welcome in the House, and you have got 20 minutes for your debate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chairperson of the NCOP, Honourable Mchweni Tsipani, Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, Honourable Peace Mabe, Ministers and other Deputy Ministers here present, Chairperson of the Select Committee, Education, Sciences and Creative Industries, Honourable Feni, Honourable Members, the DSEC team led by Acting Director General Dr. Kumalo, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's been a year since my first budget to Parliament, having been given a chance by His Excellency Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa to make me part of this cabinet. In that action, he showed that second chances matter, not by word, but by deed. It was a great risk President Ramaphosa took to appoint me as a minister. And I hope this act will inspire people who have been in conflict with the law at a young age, like myself, to reach for second chances, and that we will give them those second chances as a society. This is why, to invest in all our talent, both in sport and arts and culture, as well as preserving our heritage, the department has a budget of 6.3 billion for the 2025-2026 financial year. Under Program 2, Recreation Development and Sport Promotion, we are allocating 1.2 billion. Under Program Arts and Culture Promotion, under Program 3, Arts and Culture Promotion and Development, we are allocating 1.7 billion. Under Program 4, Heritage Promotion and Preservation, we've allocated 2.787 billion, which includes an amount of 1.6 billion for the building, maintenance, upgrading and operationalization of our much valued libraries. To keep supporting sport in our country, we'll be allocating 98.5 million towards federation support. One of the biggest changes coming for federations will be the provision of an office building for them to share. Honourable members, when you look at our sports team on the field, you'll be shocked to know some of the federations don't have offices. Some of the federations are operating out of a boot of a car. And we are changing that at the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. We'll do the same thing for our cultural and creative clusters. We are also finalizing the process of funding video assistant refereeing, VAR, to ensure that football matches from the Premier Soccer League through to the international fixtures we host are fairer and it meets global standards. It is a necessity. We see stadiums vandalized when bad refereeing happens, and the success of teams like Mamelodi Sundowns make global teams want to come and play here. But they get second thoughts because we don't have VAR. Since we last stood here and shared our vision for Team South Africa at the LA Games in 2028, the draft document on Project 350 has been developed. The roles of provinces and federations are also being determined so that we can send as many athletes as possible to the next Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Late last year, we traveled to the Olympic House in Switzerland to register our interest in hosting a Summer Olympic Games in South Africa in 2036. We've already engaged the cabinet clusters, and South Africa is well positioned to become the first African country to host an Olympics in nearly a century and a half. We count on the support of all South Africans to make this dream a reality. Many laughed when I uttered the words Formula One, must come back to South Africa. One man who didn't laugh was a gentleman called Toby Fenter, the owner of the Kalami racetrack. When I told him government doesn't have the money to host Formula One because of more other urgent priorities, and we would not be in a position to help him pay for the track to reach F1 standards. As the owner of the track, he said it would be his patriotic duty to do that himself. Today, the FIA, which is the FIFA of motorsport, has given the green light for the upgrading of this track. We have had multiple meetings with the management of F1, with a crucial one, in fact, the most crucial one happening in 2 weeks. To those who say the country can't afford to host the F1, I'm saying the country cannot afford not to. When you set the bar high for a country, as we have in the past, you can't afford to take the bar back down. We hosted the best FIFA World Cup in the world. We put our country on the map for big events, and we should not turn back now. What will be different this time, though, is that government will not be expected to pay for the Formula One. Companies like MTN, MultiChoice, Heineken, and many more have raised their hands and they said, here we are, tomorrow now. Those who are saying Formula One is not important should consider all the countries who are holding on to the F1 spots on the calendar. They see the value in it, and it can be called a world championship if it misses an entire continent, sub-Saharan African in particular. While on the topic of motorsport, I want to thank everyone who has joined us in our mission to grow the sport of spinning. I want to thank Red Bull and CLC in particular. People were laughing when we said we're going to make spinning big, but already this sport has left the townships and is now, people like Sam is vowing the likes of Max Verstappen with his skills in Austria. We are also keenly exploring the potential of bringing a Live Golf event to South Africa as early as next year, especially given the platform that this exciting new tournament format also gives to performing artists on world-class stages after the golf clubs have been put back in their bags. We've had no massive golf tournament except for the very good Nedbank Golf Challenge. Golf has not, unfortunately, broken through to the masses. It's still a Richmond sport, though, and we hope to achieve that with Live Golf. It's not only golf, it's culture. We hope to eclipse Australia's attendance of more than 100,000 people at a single event over 3 days. As part of investing and cultivating our domestic talent, during the 2025-2026 financial year, the department has allocated a total of more than 627 million through the conditional grant to support, amongst many things, equipment and attire for schools, clubs, and hubs, the training of people through coaching, technical officiating, at administration courses and employment. Thousands of schools participated in the schools sports program and the National School Sports Championship, while hundreds of community leagues are supported through grant funding. You cannot be competitive at Olympics and elsewhere if school sport is not working. I want to thank companies like F&B who are about to put major investment into school sport for boosting league competitions. Through their MIC funding, we have approved 52 municipalities to implement 52 infrastructure projects with a budget of 452 million. A further 111 million has been committed towards constructing 70 outdoor gyms and 30 combi courts, particularly in rural areas. Since introducing the ring-fence MIC for sport infrastructure, there has been a welcome increase in the supply of sports facilities. Honorable Chair, I just want to pause here and say that no more shall money that's meant for upgrading sports be used by municipalities to pay salaries and for things that's unrelated to sport. Gone are those days. We are fixing. We recommend in this House that the provinces should develop clear guidelines in collaboration with COCTA and provincial confederations to establish legitimate local sports councils. We also intend to engage COCTA to change the MIC conditional framework or policy to allow investments in schools from 2026 to 2027. During the MTF, the mass participation grant increased over the 3 years from 627 million in 2025-26 to 656 million in 2026-2027, and it will reach 685.7 million in 2027-2028. We'll continue to need the provinces to help us make this a huge success. This year, we shall continue to repatriate the human remains of freedom fighters who fell outside the country during the struggle. Our heroes who fought for us, like Duma Nokwe, Bethel February, Tot Machikita, and Florence Muposo, have been brought home. But there are thousands more we need to fetch. And I'm intending to fetch all of them during my term and asking Cabinet to assist with that further. Heading into the current financial year, our technical teams is expanding its focus to Angola and Lesotho, while we continue our work in Zambia and Zimbabwe. We have those that ask us, how much does it cost to bring back these heroes? My answer to them is very simple. They've already paid the ultimate price. They've paid with their lives. We are also leading negotiations with Scottish authorities to repatriate the remains of our Khoi and San forebears from the University of Glasgow Antiquarian Museum by September 2025. Chairperson, I want to thank you. I want to thank the Antiquarian Board for agreeing yesterday to the repatriation and not making this matter a fight between us and them. They are bringing the remains of the Khoi and San back with immediate effect. We are going to fetch our leaders. We shall soon conclude the reburial of 58 ancestral remains from the Northern Cape in partnership with the Nama, Griqua, Korana, and San communities. Last month, under the theme, Reimagining South African Heritage for New Era, we started the important process of seeing our museums entering the digital age. Honorable Chairperson, our museums are old, it has never changed, young people are not interested in it. We are changing our museums and make it more interesting and bring it up to world standards. We have started with Robben Island. Robben Island is closed as we speak. We are fixing Robben Island. Robben Island will be unrecognizable in its defects. It will be brand new when we open it in the next month or so. One of the first projects, as I said, is Robben Island. Also the transport challenges we are fixing. The adjudication for the MGE open call has been completed, and all 152 successful applicants have received the grant letters and now need to move quickly to submit their compliance documents. I want to assure this House that what is different this time with people getting money from government, in 3 days, we shall make available the names publicly of the companies that has won money. We are done with this secret thing where people continuously win year after year, and they don't deliver. So in 3 days, we shall be making public all the people that are getting money from the department. The department has received 350 million from the Presidential Employment Stimulus Program, and 2 entities have been earmarked to implement this, the NAVF and the National Arts Council. We also want to be clear and say that government has been giving billions to the NAVF, but there's not one blockbuster that has happened, because we are trying to tell American stories better than Americans, while we have our own homegrown stories here, screaming to be told about our heroes and our stories. We'll continue to create infrastructure and access to creatives. Construction is starting. In partnership with provincial departments, we are bringing to life the Bakwena Arts Center in Northwest, the Darling Intercultural Hub in the Western Cape, the Port St. John's Arts Center, and the PD Arts Center in the Eastern Cape. I can mention many that we are busy. It's a very busy time. We are the Ministry of making things happen. Construction on the new Polokwane Theatre is progressing well, having now reached the midway point. In support of the preservation of the Khoi and San language, we have set aside 2 million for that. Before I conclude, I want to answer the million-dollar question everybody keeps on asking me. Are we going to financially compensate the people who have been winning at everything? The answer is unfortunately no. Because if we give our many stars those bonuses, they will bankrupt the state with the way that they are just winning at everything. We are winning everything. Honorable Chair, I want to share something with the House today. You know, I can't find no better way to say this, but we live in a great country. South Africa is a very, very great country. And I'm not just saying this. I have had opportunity to be in business. I've had opportunity to be in parliament, and I've observed for a year. We are the lawmakers. This country is a beautiful country. We should not make our differences make us destroy this country. We, the people, have voted for all of us here. And we should make sure that petty differences does not make us lose our country. I want to speak. Being in opposition doesn't always mean you have to disagree. And being in government doesn't mean you should behave like an opposition. You have to choose a side. We can't be together in government sometimes. And you are fighting us more than the opposition is fighting us, but you are with us in the government. It can't happen. We see nobody speaks about it, but somebody needs to say it. I was asked, why don't you attack President Ramaphosa more frequently? I said, when he called me, he asked me, do you want to be part of my government? I said, yes. If you want me to attack him more frequently, I should have said, no, I want to remain outside so I can attack you more. Where we see mistakes, we are not quiet. We fix this thing. As in government, we are sitting in cabinet and we are fixing those things. Because you don't hear us, that doesn't mean we agree with everything. But you can't be with us and we don't know, are you going to vote for our budget? We know MK is not going to vote. We know EFF is not going to vote. But some of us don't know if the DA is not going to vote. You guys need to really behave better at the Democratic Alliance. This is a great country. You can't behave like that. It is wrong. You hold us ransom every time. I've come to the stage where I am really tired of this randomness. We don't know where we stand. And lastly, that's what you think of colored people, that they get bought by 100 rands. You never say that about a white person. Yes. I would like to leave you with a poem for all the people that laugh. The chairperson, can you protect me against this white man here?
Please give the speaker on the podium a chance.
Honourable Chair, right in the back of our point of order, right in the back of our book, there's a phrase that's not allowed here. He cannot call me a white man because I can do the opposite and then I won't be allowed in this house.
No, do it. Call you what? Cannot call you what? I didn't hear that part.
Minister just called me can this white man keep quiet, Chair? I'm a member of parliament. He can say Honourable Badenhorst. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the point of order. Honourable Keza, please keep your posture. Honourable Badenhorst, will you please keep your posture? I think that what is critical, to say someone is white is not an insult. No.
Can we turn it around?
Yes, it's not an insult. But what I'd like the House to observe is that we must have some sort of a restraint when speaking with each other. So the point of order not sustained. You can continue.
Thank you. I would just want to add something. Thank you, Chair. He has blatantly just accused me of bribing somebody and he's accusing me of a crime. Yes. The lady you're talking about, her son has died. So I just think you better lower your voice. So I'm just...
Honourable Badenhorst, you cannot have a commentary with the minister, please. If you have anything to say, raise your hand and have a point of order. Please. I think that Kesha is also unparliamentary. We know very well Rule 61.8. We cannot be offensive in this house. The offenses can come in two forms, in the form of language or in the form of gesture. So I think that we must have restraint here in this house. Over to Minister.
All right. I just want to, for the people that love South Africa, I can see you are trying. So I want to leave you today with a poem, one of my favorite poems.
Everybody knows. I think now we are overstepping. You are overstepping now because I've made some sort of a ruling around that. You are overstepping on a recording host. I think I'm naming you now. I think if you can have that, I think further, and then I'll request the usher of the Black Road to usher you out. Over 2 minutes.
I would just like to leave the honorable members with this poem when you feel you meet people that don't share your values and what you're trying to achieve. It's a poem called The Victor by C.W. Longnecker, which must remind us what we do in this department in the government of national unity. It goes like this. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but think you can't, it's almost a cinch, you won't. If you think you lose, you've lost. For out in the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You got to think high to rise. You got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.